I mean, these price spikes seem like they're going to be with us for a while.
We have to address the fact that we got to deal with the fact that folks are paying for gas, paying for groceries, and need solutions to it. So let's talk about that. And let's move the products, because people need their product. They need what they need. We're dealing with it in terms of the long term.
That was Kamala Harris on Face the Nation Sunday, unable to answer a simple question about inflation. Joining me now is former Ohio State Treasurer, Ohio Senatorial candidate, and retired U.S. Marine Josh Mandel. Josh, thanks for joining us. What goes through your mind when you hear the Vice President's incoherent response?
The country, especially here in my state. I was in a town called Octa, Ohio the other day. I was at a Waffle House. It's about halfway in between Cincinnati and Columbus. My server, her name was Teresa, great lady. She was working her tail off. She was the only server there. And there was only one cook. And they were struggling because the Biden administration is paying their former coworkers to sit home and drink Mountain Dew and play Xbox while she's there busting her butt. And then she was saying to me, she said, Josh, after work, I go to the grocery store. I can't afford bread. I can't afford milk. I can't afford meat. And then I go to the gas station. I can't afford things at the pump. And I'm trying to do the right thing. You know, I'm working here as a server. And that's who's getting screwed. It's the Teresas of the world. It's the truck drivers of the world. It's the nurses of the world. It's the plumbers, the pipe fitters, the electricians, the people who are choosing to work and trying to pay their bills. And they're just getting the raw end of the stick. And Biden and Harris and Pelosi and Schumer, they are out to lunch and lost in the sauce.
Yeah, look, as a longtime Wall Street guy, I think inflation will be a serious problem well into 2022. The feds have been running the magic printing press in the sky for so long now, over the last couple of years. Plus, Biden's Build Back Better agenda is still looming, may weigh down our economy even more. When Americans head to the polls next year, do you think one of the things they'll be looking for is sensible economic policies?
I do. And they're making no sense whatsoever of the Biden economic policies. You know, think about his economic policies in respect to the gas pump and to powering homes. So here in Ohio, if you took Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, our three states together as a region, third largest producer of natural gas in the entire world. Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. So we have this abundance of natural gas here. It's clean, it's reliable, it can bring down the cost of heating homes, it can bring down the cost of powering factories. But Biden decides he's going to shut down pipelines in America, stop the pipeline going from Alberta, Canada to Michigan, stop the Keystone Pipeline. But then this madman, he empowers Putin and Russia and enables the pipeline over there. He says we should lean on OPEC. Why would we lean on these radical Islamic regimes in the Middle East that hate us when we have an abundance of natural energy in places like Ohio and West Virginia and Pennsylvania and Texas and Colorado? It just makes no sense whatsoever. And so when you think of the Biden economic policies, they have nothing to do with putting America first or putting Americans first. And it's Americans in places like Dayton, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, who are really getting screwed by Biden, Pelosi, and Schumer.
You know, Donald Trump had us as a net exporter, and we were at, independence from OPEC and these cartels. But let me ask you this. I think it's super cool that as treasurer of Ohio, you made Ohio the first state to accept tax payments in Bitcoin. I've been an early adopter myself. I think it's a great alternative for people to learn more about. What role do you think cryptocurrency should eventually play in our economy?
I've been a Bitcoin enthusiast for a long time. This is all about the democratization of money. It's all about advancing the cause of individual liberty and personal freedom. Listen, for over a century, big government and big banks have had power over the people, and now it's time for the people to take the power back. And I think Bitcoin is all about power to the people, and everything about it is American.
I totally agree with you. Best of luck to you, Sergeant. I appreciate you taking some time. Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you very much, retired Sergeant Josh Mandel. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thanks. Have a happy and healthy new year.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.